Okay, welcome. You are now watching my top 10 Monstercat songs of 2019. And yeah, this year, 2019, has really been pretty incredible. It had more legendary songs compared to 2018, although it does have more lows, more mediocre songs, or less impressive songs. That it just doesn't make me care much, but it's still a really amazing year with really amazing songs throughout this wonderful label that I've got into. And yeah, this is the top 10 Monstercat songs. I know that some of you might already know what songs would there be. I think I say about 7 or 8 out of 10 songs wouldn't be a surprise to you. It's just a matter of where it is placed. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. Dumu with Blinded is number 10 here, and he is really an incredible guy. He's really strong in diversity in terms of song styles, but also at the same time he also maintained his unique identity in them. And the Talk EP, it is also one of the best EPs released for that year. It is behind Cold Ground EP and just slight ahead of the Life and Death EP by Stonebank. And this is the best song out of the bunch. It's Blinded. It has the vocals. I'm not sure. I believe it's Dumu's vocals. It's probably someone else's that is not credited. But whoever did that, it is just amazing, dreamy and heavenly. It is similar to how Grant sings in Where Will We Go, but I still find Dumu's here is way more immersive. And the drops, I wouldn't expect such a playful drop after those emotional vocal build-ups. The sound effects are also pretty interesting as well. The little after the snares is so fun and interesting. But in just the whole song is just so dreamy and heavenly, but also fun and catchy. It's a huge one again from Dumu.
Giving me the motivation.
Iobon, he really could have been the future house god on the label if he actually choose to continue to release on this label with this kind of consistency. And motivation here, he teams up with Rude Lies and featuring Chris Kiss with the vocals. It is the catchiest song of the year as a whole, and it can contend with Hang Out by World on 2018. Ayubana, if I were to throw a party and I am the DJ, I would crank up this song on loop and I don't care. It's just so party. It's just so good for raving and for parties. And it's just so energetic and catchy. It just keeps increasing my fondness to it each time I listen to it.
Giving me the motivation.
Are you only passenger, or are you gonna love me?
If Iobon is the king of catchy production, then I'd say that Dion Timmer is the king of catchy vocal samples. These vocals here in Internet Boy, it is stuck in my head for so long. I can unintentionally hum to them occasionally. Like when I'm just walking to work, I just I only wanna like it's so catchy, stuck in my head. And Michael Martin here with the vocals, I mentioned them before. He is a really great vocalist, but I'm not quite a fan of him inside the song Holy by Keizo and Slander. Yes, he did give his all in that song, but I find it a little bit out of place for that style. But here in Internet Boy, it works just fine. The production here is just classic dance floor banger. It's what you expect from Dion Timmer. And it will always be one of my favorite songs from Dion Timmer. He's a great producer. Okay, we're moving on here. Number 7, we have Snells with Us. And it is just yet another song with vocal samples that are just stuck in my head. Like I'm also will unintentionally hum to them as well. And this is really the greatest long-awaited comeback of the year for me. It beats Throttle. I'm serious about that. It beats Throttle with his EP, but it is simple and emotional, and at the same time, it also maintains that being a massive banger. And I know that it reminds a lot of people about Flux Pavilion, and really brings out the best parts about that. And this is also another song that I don't have a very elaborate reasoning because it is just a song with simple yet massively captivating production.
Tell me somebody how long he will be on my mind.
Pixel Terror has 3 songs in my best of 2019. As you can tell, they are also one of my top guys of 2019. It's just that some songs like Maxima is just a bit underwhelming for me. It really soils their reputation on me to actually become the uncaged producer of the year. And with Amnesia here, they also really have catchy, stuck in your head vocal samples. And yeah, you can actually sense a pattern here in my top 10 Monstercat songs of the year. So yeah, Pixel Terror, they are genuinely a wonderful addition to the family. They have lots of songs that I needed some time to get into, but when I really get into them, you can tell how deeply invested I can be with them. So yeah, Amnesia here with the first drop is very very grating with the leads, and the sound effects just keeps on changing and changing. It could sound a little bit messy and all over the place for some of you, and maybe for me for the first time I listened. But that is why I say that you need some time to actually listen these kind of songs to actually admire the complexity of it. So my favorite part on why I love Amnesia so much is the transitions between the drops. Like the transitions between the drops in Thousand Cuts is similar to how I love it here in Amnesia. And I also found out that the snares that Pixel Terror really like to use, also they might have the most punchy and hard-hitting snares of all artists on the year. This is also one of the factors why some people will love them so much, and including me. You thought that I wouldn't have a Just Gen song in my best of 2019? You are dead wrong, sir. And Just a Gen with Iris in the Dark, featuring McCall in his Urka EP. It is one of the, but I'll talk about Just a Gen. He is one of the most creative and unique artists on the label. He is really keeping that experimental style alive amidst all of those really mainstream songs by Half an Orange, Vice Tone, Desero, etc. I was getting kind of tired. Even Luther got into it, and I was a bit disappointed in him. But I really hope he brings back his indie dance songs. But yeah, don't want to go away from this song at all. Iris in the Dark, it is a full-out masterpiece. The whole song is dark and chilling. It is hauntingly beautiful for sure. And the drops, they are really mysteriously beautiful as well. McCall here with the vocals, I love them way more than she did in Wishes. Not a jab at Wishes, my apologies. And they are also vocals that got stuck in my head for a long time. So Just a Gen, he really hit the jackpot here. No, Justin O is the prime example of how to make someone so invested in lore using songs. And talk about lore is what I mean is the City of Oz story. I'm so much more interested of the story than the Dogma Resisted story. He like if you can make such amazing songs, but also having such good storytelling concept, you are definitely igniting a lot of attention and attraction from me. It will make me even more invested of the song, to be honest. And with Don't Bring Me Down here, he also featured uncredited Delaney Kai's vocals at the beginning. The style is, of course, it's similar to Loving Her, Loving You from 2018, but I say I love this way more than that, although that Loving Her, Loving You is also a huge banger. But this Don't Bring Me Down here, he has a lot of recycled sound elements, lots of his signature sounds, but they were incorporated so incredibly well. I did not find a bit repetitive at all. The drops here, they are massive, hits incredibly hard. It just gives you a wild ride of the story on the chaotic things that's happening in the story. Justin Oh, he definitely have a style that I'm gonna love for a long time. We have 3 more songs left. We are now on top 3, and now we have Tails and Jules with Cobra. And is again another really experimental song. All the styles here is definitely on point and earn a lot of respect and fondness from me. Tails, he has a really very likable trap style that is one of my favorite trap styles of all EDM. If you heard of Skeleton, his collab with Inverness, I totally recommend that song. Is also a huge banger as well. So with Cobra here, is a very atmospheric song with the flutes at the background, and also the drops and the snares, the kicks, the hi-hats. They are all so well structured. They're scattered everywhere, but it also sings together well as well. It is also very rare for me to say an Instinct song is a banger. Yeah, but I currently couldn't find any other Instinct songs that very well deserve to be called that. And Cobra is the first one to be. It is one of the best ones that I say. It is a huge banger. So the style here is Oriental. It also has a huge Asian influence style to it. And of course, as an Asian myself, I also really love that. So Tails, you really hit a good one here. Okay, welcome to my longest rant yet on a song. Please bear with me. And Buzz Lightyear by Half an Orange is in there. Mostly We Grow Part 1 EP. It is exactly the forward of the year. Forward by Domo last year on 2018. I mean, it is the most emotionally hitting song for me. So yeah, I'm gonna talk about Half an Orange a bit. I've seen on Reddit, people like to criticize them for their quote-unquote lame production, but still manage to stay as a regular on the label. And I can really understand their stance on why their songs are lame, as you say, because of songs like Sunscreen, Video Games, and End of the Moon. They really don't have impressive production, and I'm also not very invested in them as well. And also, I saw some of the criticisms. I don't want to say their name out. They even try to call them out for being on the label just because they have a close relationship with the Monstercat A&R team, and also being forced to release a song here because they are friends with a popular Fortnite streamer, you know who. And yeah, maybe it is true. I cannot say, I don't have the evidence and such, but I find it a little bit ridiculous, and it's just a pretty delusional excuse to hate on an artist. I got a little bit mad and annoyed by that. So why did I say all that? Because they are really capable of releasing songs like this. It earned so much respect from me. So talk about Buzz Lightyear here. The production is, of course, is incredibly simple and chill. And I can understand if you only care about production quality in a song, this would be a super mediocre song for you. But yeah, for me, this is the single most tear-jerking song yet for me. I really, really love the lyrics. It's so hard-hitting. And yeah, this is released on the year where I first started my work life as well. So, uh, and during my work, I also wasn't performing very well and was really having a hard time, incredibly stressed out most of the time. And then I listened to this song. They have like lyrics like of the man I could have been when I got older, and all the things I could have done if I was smarter. I want to fly away, far from my mistakes. These lyrics, it hits me so close to home, and it actually made me cry once or twice when listening to it. And also, there's another lyrics here. Sometimes I call my mama. She's always my armor. Is also very relatable too because I'd also do the same when I feel incredibly down or close to being depressed. I also call my mom. She always gives the best emotional support to me and also motivates me to move forward. I understand that the lyrics here they use in all of their songs, it could be cheesy in other songs, but if it hits this close to home, the whole song earns an immense amount of respect from me.
Staying up too late, cause I'm watching Futurama. Thinking where's my trauma? Thinking where's my trauma? My life's no melodrama.
Here we are, and it's the end of the road. Mr. Harvey in the comment section, did you actually get this correct? I'm not sure. So if you are really not seeing wrong at all. This is my number one best song of the year. It is from the Cold Ground EP again. It is Give and Take by Direct. And as you all know, chill out garage is currently my favorite genre, as most of you know. And Direct E just released one of my favorite of all. Maybe it beats Aphasia and Lark, I don't know yet. But it is the song that is the most deserved to be described as hauntingly beautiful than any other song on the label. Iris in the Dark was almost close to do that, but nothing beats Give and Take for now. Now I will go one by one for each of the elements that justifies why this is number one. So atmosphere here, what else can I say? It is eerie, bone-chilling, haunting at best. Really brings out that sense of loneliness and serenity out of you, and hail maybe a little bit of fear as well. I really love that. And next is the repeating melody on the piano. It is the same throughout. It keeps on repeating throughout, but I can feel more and more emptiness to it as it goes. Really love the glitchy sound design he's going for as well. Like sometimes when you hear it suddenly goes a bit high pitched. And I'd say that if I'll Go featuring Park Avenue, it makes you feel like you're drifting higher and higher up into heaven. Then Give and Take makes you feel like you're sinking deeper and deeper into a void. It is so immersive. Every time after the loop, it also ends with a little high-pitched ding-a-ling-a-ling. It is also so beautiful. It's such a good production choice as well. The garage beat is also needless to say. It's definitely his signature sound again. And also, as all you know, this Direct signature sound is one of my favorite on the label. And finally, that ending, it is the perfect way to end a journey. It does feel like you have reached an end of your Singing of the Void journey and finally found a ray of hope in the end. Give and Take, man, this is such a chilling and relaxing song. It is made by my artist of the year, definitely well deserved to be the best song of 2019.